21st birthday and I'm going to a bar. Come on, I thought that was pretty clever. We're currently outside, the one, the only, in Harrisonburg that is, Barnes & Noble. And we're about to do our little annual birthday book shopping. There's really only 2 times a year I allow myself to do some guilt-free, self-indulgent book shopping. Barnes is day after Christmas sale and April 10th. I do have some money and rewards and then some gift cards, which definitely makes me feel better as I don't need to be buying more books. But it's my birthday and everyone deserves to make their special day special. All right, let's get to it. Hello? You're wondering where that gorgeous phone case I have on my phone is from? Can I call you back? I was actually just about to talk about them. Okay, yeah, bye-bye. Before we get into this video, I want to first show you guys these really cool and unique cases Burga sent me, who are also so kindly sponsoring today's video. What I love about Burga is that they aim to create products that blend style and functionality when usually it's just one or the other. You may have seen celebrities such as Lucy Hale and Taylor Swift sporting them, or the cases trending all over TikTok. These cases are so cool. I currently have, accessorizing my phone, the Elite case and pistachio cheesecake, but they also sent me a few others to show y'all. Burga offers 2 different types of phone cases, the Elite and the Tough. While both cases have raised bezeled edges for screen protection and are made with shock absorbent technology, the Elite cases also have this additional layer of microfiber lining on the inside and also have this additional luxurious gold band around the camera. It gets even better though, because when you order a case, it comes with a 12-month warranty, which just shows how much Burga believes in the products they create. I love that. They also make other products such as ring holders for your phone, earbuds cases, and laptop cases. I really appreciate how the laptop cases are slim in profile, as bulky laptop cases really just detract from that portability element of a laptop. Their cases are made from high quality scratch resistant material and have a ventilation system at the bottom for when your laptop gets a little overheated. We all do sometimes. This next product. Y'all know how much I love journaling. Look how gorgeous this is for one. This is the Very Merry A5 notebook with the dotted pages. I love how they included this clasp, as by the time I'm done with the notebook, it is bulging. She is a little thick. The pages are high quality, which is an essential with journals for me. And the cover is made with this vegan leather, which just makes this feel so luxurious. Burga is currently running a promotion where if you're looking for a gift for family or friends and you buy 4 phone cases, you only have to pay for 2 of them. Also, you can use my code SaraX15 for an extra 15% off. Thank you so much, Burga, for sponsoring today's video. Now I've got a phone call to make, so I'm gonna let you guys get back to the video. Gotta say, Barnes, looking stunning as always. The missing bee and the dirt really, just brings it all together. Hey everyone, it's a hot minute later, and by minute I really mean a month. What? There's never a fake ID. Why are you bringing that up right now? Jeez guys, I've been 21 for a month. Not much has changed. Also have 2 more injuries. 1 more since my last video. Who knew making an egg roll could be so dangerous? Probably because you don't make egg rolls in the oven. Anyways, I've been waiting on some books I've been wanting to buy but just have not bought because it's much harder for me to buy books online than it is in store. Really does not make any sense. Let me reappraise that. I have more self-control when it comes to online retail. One of these packages came all the way over from our friends in the UK and went on a nice 3-week-long journey to get to me, but she's here now, better late than never. Let's start with what I got from Barnes, and then we can get into the packages. So the first 4 books I picked up are all different installments from various romance series I'm in the middle of reading, so I'm not going to go into too many specifics to avoid spoiling the books, but I'll say what I can. This is the one I'm probably the most excited about reading out of all of them. That is Bloody Heart by Sophie Lark. Obviously with a name like that. I was seriously considering just going ahead and picking up the rest of the books in the series, because whenever I finish reading one of these, I always want to just immediately pick up the next one. Okay, so the concept of the series, it's a bit crazy, but trust me, it's great. Basically, in the Brutal Birthright series, we follow 2 different mafia families and the unconventional love stories of the children within the mafia families. I should clarify, they are not kids, they are adults. They're of legal age. Me. I need to stop with these jokes. I am not funny. Next, I picked up Addicted After All by Kristen Becker Ritchie. Gotta say, the titles got me a bit concerned. Like just a second ago we were thriving. Actually, that's kind of questionable. But now we're addicted after all. Like, bestie, I hope you're okay. This is the 5th book in the Calloway Sister universe. So we are back to following Lily and Lo. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of just patiently waiting to get back to Rose and Connor, but I'm still going to enjoy this nonetheless. Then I got The Endurance of Wildflowers, the novella that takes place after the Wildflowers duet. First book, amazing. Second book, kind of disappointing. Third book, it's a novella, so my expectations are about here. This will probably be for one of those afternoons where I either have nothing to do or I just need to give my mind a break and hang out with a few characters I know and love. On the other hand, The Final Offer, I do actually have somewhat high expectations for. Also, this house literally looks like almost every house in my parents' neighborhood. It's like a standard American colonial home. Doesn't look like my parents' house though. This one's much nicer. What was it saying? This one I do have somewhat high expectations for, as apparently I haven't learned my lesson from the other 2 installments in the series. But if any book is going to do it for me, it's going to be Cal's. Every time he has appeared in the other installments, I am always left yearning for him, yearning for more of him. He's one of those funny characters that's also a bit cocky, but in a sweet way. Sounds like I'm describing myself. No, I'm too self-deprecating for that. What is next? I finally picked up Finley Donovan Rolls the Dice. Now y'all know I will do anything for El Cosmano, including playing detective when I must. A little warning would have been nice, but I did find the last copy eventually, and I became mentally sane again. I'm probably one of the few people who are actually excited to read this. So many people are like, oh, the Finley Donovan series really went downhill. Meanwhile, I am at that bottom of that hill with my arms just wide open. These are just fun, a bit ridiculous, entertaining reads, and I will not hear otherwise. Like, if you don't like cozy mysteries, I can see why you wouldn't like the series, but if you do, my silent book review. Wait, I should be stacking these. I always forget to do that. I feel like these should go like right here. This is a bit unfortunate. Is this a bit weird? I wish I had a little table. New idea. There we go. I mean, they're a little far away, but that's okay. All right, let's get back to the haul. It's what you're actually here for. I surprisingly did not pick up any thrillers while at Barnes. I was open to it, but none I felt particularly drawn to. I did order a few, so don't worry, you can put your drink down. But this last book I picked up is a fairly new release that is Nosy Neighbors by Freya Sampson. I found out about this book after I read The Lost Ticket by her and do what I always do when I really enjoy a book, research what I need to read next from that author. And when I read the synopsis of this, I was hooked. In this novel, we follow 25-year-old Kat and 77-year-old Dorothy, who are sworn enemies. But when their apartment building faces demolition, they team up in order to save it. And then somehow in doing so, they get pulled into investigating transgressions that arise against their neighbors. I'm already loving the community aspect in here. And I love this cover, by the way. Isn't it so fun? The colors are speaking to me. These 2 gals peeking through the mail slot are making me want to find out what shenanigans they're getting themselves into. Now, packages. I'm so excited to open these. It's like I'm opening presents, except instead of socks, they're books. Ah, I'm so excited. Okay. This first package is from Blackwell's, which I have to thank you all for telling me about. Basically, if you don't know, they are a UK-based book retailer that ship not only within the UK, but also outside of. So you could get, say, any book you could find at Barnes, except with the UK cover for the same price, if not cheaper. Also, the shipping is included with the retail price, which is amazing, especially considering that they're being being shipped across seas, overseas. I'm so excited. You know, buying pretty books is like the ultimate act of book lover self-care. Like you can buy a book and that's treating yourself, but buying a pretty book just hits differently. Look how stunning this book is. This is my first UK edition of any book. Dude, this is so cool. I've been wanting to read this novel for so long because I've heard so many great things about it. And then when I came upon the UK edition, I just knew I wouldn't be able to buy it in any other format. I did only get the first book in case I end up not liking the series, but I will happily wait the 3 extra weeks it takes to get the other books. For these covers, I'm totally fine with that. I feel like I will enjoy this series though, because I've heard this series be described as fairy tale story-esque. Honestly, say no more. In this novel, we follow Evelyn, who desperately wants true love. And so she makes a deal with the Prince of Hearts, who I'm guessing is like this magical, godlike being, and in exchange for his help, Evelyn must give 3 kisses at the time and place of his choosing. That is such like a YA plot, like, you must give 3 kisses. Ooh, the stakes are so high. My eczema really is flaring up because I am just itching to read this. This needs to happen soon. All right, next I picked up. Here we go with the thrillers. What did I say? The Fury by Alex Michaelides. This is his 2024 release. I am super excited to read this because I have been waiting to read another Alex Michaelides ever since I read The Silent Patient. The Maidens, his release before this one, didn't really intrigue me and it didn't really get that great of reviews, so honestly it wasn't a priority. But when he came out with The Fury, I was pumped until I saw this cover. What? Why? Who made this? And I'm sorry to the artist, like I'm sure they make great work, other work, but this cover is so unsettling. It looks like an eyeball that is just staring into my soul. No, I did not consent to that. This cover is miles better. I would even call it pretty. I am aware that I did spend double the amount for this book when I could have just gotten it from Book of the Month for half the price, but I refuse to own that cover. I don't like looking at it. And yeah, the cover really doesn't matter, but when a book is displayed on my shelf, it matters to me. Okay, the synopsis is kind of giving Evelyn Hugo meets And Then There Were None, as our protagonist is Lana, an ex-movie star, whom we follow as she goes on her annual vacation with her friends to this Greek island. But when a storm traps them, I guess that seemed like the prime time for revenge. Gotta say, that's kind of sound logic. With the night ending and one of them dead. Oh, so you know how Alex Michaelides usually has like a lot of like Greek references in his work? It kind of makes sense because his father was Greek. Interesting. Next, I picked up The Cat Who Saved Books, which is actually one of the novels that I got cheaper from Blackwell's. Yeah, it was literally cheaper to buy it and ship it all the way across the... You know what? I'm just not gonna question it. I've had my eye on this book for a while. This is a translated piece of literature from Japanese that supposedly explores the power of books, why we read, and puts things into perspective as a reader, whatever that means. Basically, in this novel, our main character inherits this second-hand bookshop from his late grandfather, but while he is preparing to close the shop, a talking cat appears and asks him if he would go on a few adventures to save books that have been wronged by their owners. I'm hoping that this is going to be like the perfect, insightful read for book lovers and probably cat lovers. I want a cat so badly. The problem is, I do have rabbits, so I would need to introduce them somehow. Like, it can be done. I know it can be done. It's a problem for another day. Book of the month or Amazon? Let's do Amazon last. Where did my scissors go? I thought I brought scissors. Unfortunate. It's like a hand exercise. Who needs to go to the gym when you can just exercise with scissors? This is my box from April. And if you don't know, during your birthday month, you can also get a free add-on, which we love to see. My choice book for the month was kind of hard to choose because there was 2 I really wanted. I did end up getting both, so it didn't really matter which one I chose, but that was Darling Girls by Sally Hepworth. As y'all know, I try to read a variety of different books and authors. If you read the same thing all the time, it's going to get stale eventually. But Sally Hepworth is an author whom I could just read all of her books back to back from. I swear she lines her books with crack. They're always so addicting and they always seem to go that extra mile to distinguish them from other thrillers. So of course I had to pick this up and add it to my TBR as my 3rd unread Sally Hepworth. I'm truly excited to read all of them. I have just been spacing them out. In this novel, we follow 3 foster sisters who were raised by what sounds like a very controlling foster mother, but now in present day, after a body is discovered under the house they grew up in, they're thrust into the spotlight as witnesses/suspects. Who wants to bet that the body is the foster mother's? I'd put money on that. Do you know what Sally Hepworth does particularly well? Family dynamics, specifically sisterly dynamics. I don't have a sister, so I could be wrong, but the relationships she creates between characters are phenomenal. This next book is the one that was also a choice for the month. That is Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. Not only is this by Abby Jimenez, like I will buy anything this woman writes, but the story sounds so good, and I love how the plot just stems from Reddit. That is such a mood. Unpopular opinion, I love Reddit. Like, you can never get bored on that site. To be clear, I have never posted anything on Reddit. I just like to read Reddit threads. Is that embarrassing? People just talk about the most random things on Reddit, and it's honestly kind of great. I feel like if anyone, readers should appreciate Reddit. So basically, our main love interest, Justin, goes kind of viral, not in a 2020 sense, from a Reddit thread where he reveals that every woman he goes on a date with finds their soulmate the minute they break up. But apparently another woman has the same problem, and so she hits him up and is like, obviously we should date and then break up to cancel out each other's curses. I don't think that's how that works, but okay. This is the third book in the Part of Your World interconnected standalone series. I'm guessing our connection is going to be through the female love interest, as she is supposedly a traveling nurse, and if you've read the other books in the series, that would make sense, which totally recommend. Part of Your World, read it. I will continue to recommend that book for eternity, and yes, that means I will be coming back as a ghost with those book recommendations. My bookmark. Page is just a number. Period. I can't tell you how many life lessons I've learned from Book of the Month's bookmarks. Then I also picked up, this is thick, wow, The Reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. Now, I'm not sure if this is just because the book is new, but when I looked this up on Goodreads, the average rating was like a 4.22. Anything above a 4, I am expecting to thoroughly enjoy. I can tell you right now that's not always the case, though I cannot shed that mindset. In this YA thriller, we follow 18-year-old Belle Price, whose mom disappeared without a trace 16 years ago. And it sounds like the family decides to capitalize on this tragedy. Everyone grieves in their own way, I guess, as they agree to participate in a true crime documentary about it. Plot twist, Rachel Price reappears. And so everyone is like, whoa, where have you been? This is a miracle. But Belle, on the other hand, is like, nah, something's up here. My mother's lying. So she embarks on uncovering the truth to find out why Rachel Price really came back from the dead. I'm looking forward to seeing how Holly Jackson derails the story and just makes it unhinged in that classic Holly Jackson fashion. Next package. You know, I rarely buy books online. That's such a lie. Who am I trying to gaslight? What I really meant was that I rarely buy books from Amazon. I feel like I have to justify whenever I buy books from Amazon. Isn't that kind of sad? I do try to buy most books either from independent retailers or secondhand, but it was my birthday and there was a few books I have been looking for but haven't been able to find. I will say Amazon prices. I knew I wanted to buy a Lucinda Berry, as she is one of my favorite thriller authors, who I can't find in Barnes for some reason. Like, I found one of her books once and have not seen her book since at any Barnes. Weird. I was having trouble deciding about which one I want to go with because she has written so many books that all sound so good. So I just decided to go with her most recent release, Keep Your Friends Close. And it was also giving summer, so perfect for the upcoming months. In this thriller, we follow a group of moms who are all a part of this elite Hollywood moms club. Man, I love it already. But when the president of said club turns up dead in her pool, her 3 closest friends find themselves at the center of the investigation, as they all have secrets and motive for wanting Miss Presidente herself dead. It's giving rich people domestic thriller. I love that. This seems more lighthearted than Lucinda Berry's other thrillers, if you could classify murder as lighthearted, but usually her novels facilitate really interesting and nuanced discussion. Not sure what that would be in here. Still excited, nonetheless. This next book I bought off of one of your recommendations. That is The Secret Book and Scone Society by Ellery Adams. At first glance, this book is kind of giving mass market. I need to pay my rent this month, so I'm just going to turn out another cozy mystery. Cozy mystery? Like, I'm joking, but that's definitely a subgenre of cozy mysteries. What's that series with the titles? The Chocolate Fondue Murders or The Triple Cheesecake Murder. I've never read that series. Maybe it's great. It's kind of giving similar vibes, but this sounds really fun. This novel revolves around a bookshop where patrons can go to eat scones and get recommended the perfect book to ease their deepest pain by bookshop owner Nora. I'm so tired of the name Nora. I'm sorry I'm harping on this book. And this is coming from someone named Sara, a very basic name. I don't want to read a book with, actually I do want to read a book with a protagonist named Sara, because then I'll think of myself and Maybe I should cut that out. It's like the author just gives up with the names. Where am I going with this? I am sleep deprived, okay? And so like one does, this guy reaches out and sets up an appointment to meet with Nora, but before he can, he's found dead. Oh no. And so Nora, along with a few other ladies, formed the Secret Book and Scone Society to discover not only what really happened with this man, but also friendship and things about themselves. This book sounds like if you took what you're looking for is in this library and made it into a cozy mystery. Eating scones at a bookshop all day honestly is the life. Y'all are gonna be like, Sarah, what has gotten into you? As I picked up The Hobbit. Not something I would typically read, but you see, this is the illustrated edition. Oh, that is disturbing. Let's not flip to that illustration. Here we go, here's a cute little one. You see, it makes sense now. This is practically a classic now and is one of those books that has been on my bucket list to read. That's a video idea right there. My bookish bucket list. Maybe. Look how stunning this is with that gold foil. I also love the green. This edition just seems so fun and inviting. I'm picturing this as a bedside table read to, you know, just fall asleep reading to. Like I will do that, but your girl can dream. Literally dream. Ha ha ha, dream. I am a nighttime reader. That's when I usually get most of my reading in. But I will read up until 1 a.m. and then spend the next 15 minutes watching YouTube. I know it's weird. It's literally my life though. Literally my life. I believe this is the prequel to the Lord of the Rings series that just follows a hobbit vibing and just living in a hole in the ground. The ultimate cottagecore life, am I right? Our last book of the video, sad, is The Couple at Table 6 by Danielle Hurst. I heard about this book from Kenya from Lily Reads. Love her. Her videos are just comfort to me. There are certain booktubers who can just look at a book and convince me to buy it. She is one of them. But she did really like this novel, so I'm hoping I will too. The premise of this novel kind of reminds me of The Dinner by Herman Koch, which unfortunately not great. I loved the concept. That was about it. Hopefully this gives me what I wanted from The Dinner. Basically in this thriller we follow the seemingly perfect couple whom a waiter finds herself instantly drawn to. And so she decides she needs to insert herself into their life, possibly even romantically. But you know, that doesn't go as planned. Obviously. I love that though, like, yes queen, root around and derail this couple's life. It's kind of bad when we say it out loud, but it's fiction. That is what I want to see. Wow, that was a good stack of books. Once again, here are the books I bought for my birthday. Can we just get a little pan? There we go. Oh geez, I'm trying to put these down without them all falling. I am so excited to read all of these, especially since I have not had much time to read recently. Yeah, literally yesterday I had my last final of the semester. It's not like I've been studying 24/7. It's been more like 23/7, but I just could not take in any information, any new information during my breaks. I just really need a binge reading day, but it's nice to have some new material to add to the TBR. If you want to see more book shopping videos, subscribe. This is a common occurrence on my channel. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. I'm sorry. As always in these videos, let me know your thoughts on any of these books, along with which ones I should prioritize. At this moment, I am just like really wanting to just drop everything and read The Hobbit. I just want to be a kid. A 20-year-old, 1-year-old kid. I love you guys so much. I don't think I say that enough, but I really do. Y'all mean the world to me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. It really does help me much out a lot. You can also comment, interact, subscribe, all that fun YouTube stuff. I'd really appreciate it. I hope y'all are having a fantastic day, a fantastic week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.